If you're a business owner, you're probably looking for the secret sauce that will allow you to do business better and perhaps just a little bit more gracefully as well. Well, I'm not sorry to say that being able to identify your leadership skills directly correlates to your business success. Or well, frankly, it's failure. Great leadership is the key that makes everything in business and everyone work together seamlessly. A great business leader also combines the big picture mindset that defines the strategy together with the nuanced understanding of how to bring the little things and the people together to achieve the strategy and drive performance. Simply put, without effective leadership, all other business resources are ineffective. And so therefore, in this video, we're talking about how you can identify leadership skills, and at the end, you'll be in a better place to see where you might want to invest energy into developing those areas for growth. Why? Because ultimately, it's for the success of your business. To start off, let's answer the question, what's the difference between a style and a skill? Leadership rarely looks the same from one person to the next. There are different types of leadership styles. For example, some leaders are more comfortable dictating actions to their employees, while others prefer a more collaborative approach. There are authoritative styles, democratic, transactional, bureaucratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. The style is an overarching approach to how you might lead. Now, it's not for me to tell you which style is better than the other, because I believe it's all about context. In some situations, you want to rely on a leader that can make strong and sometimes unpopular decisions. Think about the need for someone to take decisive approaches in disaster situations. While in others, we want to foster discussion and diversity of thinking, such as when we're trying to solve a very complex problem and need people with different ideas and experiences to be able to help find innovative solutions. I think that the best small business leaders do it best when they show authenticity by using natural leadership strengths to inspire and motivate others. So your style might be different in different situations, but you can improve leadership skills no matter what your style is. So what are leadership skills? Often people list the following qualities related to great leadership. Good communication, including active listening. Integrity, holding themselves and others accountable, but doing it with a sense of caring and with a desire that they want to help others do and be better. Empathy, that's a really big one. Good leaders display humility, especially when they make mistakes. They are resilient. They promote a vision. Generally, they're able to influence. A great leader generally promotes positivity and they have the ability to delegate. A good leader also helps others to develop. They have confidence, self-awareness, they show gratitude and learning agility, and they have courage and respect themselves and others. This list is obviously not exhaustive. For example, I also think that great leaders are also authentic, aspirational, motivational, and caring. Now that we have this list, how can you identify your leadership skills and see if they are a strength? Identifying your leadership strengths can be challenging. It requires you to assess your skills from an outside perspective, which isn't always easy to achieve. In my opinion, one of the best qualities of a great leader is someone who shows humility and wants to improve. It's for this reason that identifying leadership skills, your personal values, and your personality strengths and weaknesses is often a lifelong process of discovery and improvement. Your leadership can and should develop over time. So it's important to think about what's working and what's not working periodically to track improvements and recognize new behaviors that you might want to foster to be a better leader. Some great ways to identify your leadership strengths, particularly in the workplace, include asking for and listening, most importantly, to feedback, reflecting on your passions and also your pain points as areas for growth, paying attention to when you're most productive, and seeking out new experiences. Another couple of important ways to identify leadership skills is to reflect during times of challenge and journal around what worked well, what didn't work well, and if you had your chance again, what would you do differently? And finally, taking a personality or other skills test is another great way to see where your leadership skills lie. We often encourage people to use the Clifton Strengths Finder, and there's a link in the description of where you can access that. Smart leaders know that people are generally happier and more successful when they play to their strengths, and then plan accordingly by mapping out the ways in which they can use, improve, and maximize their strengths while also compensating for their weaknesses. As you identified your strengths, you probably have found some weaknesses, or maybe better put, is areas for improvement. I'm a big fan of playing to our strengths, but also a great leader develops in areas of weakness as well. Don't dismiss opportunities for growth in this area, because as we listed, learning agility is a leadership skill. Invest in your leadership by looking for ways to get better in any areas that are affecting your business or even your personal life. Because a leader is not just someone who leads a team, but is someone that others aspire to be like. So now that you've identified your leadership skills, if you see areas for improvement, don't bury your head in the sand. Make a plan to improve those areas, and if you feel stuck, it could be worth speaking to a business coach or consultant, to work through the problems and support you. Thank you so much for listening. I'd love it if you like and subscribe to this channel to be kept informed of videos as they're released.